This is 41 things cut from COD Zombies. Comment down below in the chat if you guys know all 41. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
The perk Ammo-Matic was actually cut from Call of Duty Zombies. It would have been on Shino Numa and Derice, and it would have allowed players to buy max ammos for 10,000 points. That sounds pretty insane. In World at
I mean, sounds pretty familiar. Welcome to Cold War Zombies, though.
War, Juggernog originally had a different perk jingle. I don't know why this one was cut. It sounds pretty cool. There's plenty.
And also, that one fun fact was sang by Craig Houston. So the writer of a lot of BO3 and BO4, and also I think Cold War. So that's pretty sick.
More cut things in the rest of this video, including entire zombies maps cut and a crazy boss zombie that never appeared. Let's continue. The power station from Transit was supposed to be its own survival map. The map selection icon is still in the game. They just covered it up with a bunch of
I wish it was a survival map. One in the chat if you wish it was. I think it would have been sick, man. I love also, like, the mod that allows you to play the other game modes that they were going to add in the game. And you can play on Power Station. It's fun, man.
Tough Brew was a perk that got cut from Zombies. It would have released in
Tough Brew is basically just Vigor Rush from Custom Zombies now.
Black Ops 1, and there's two things that it could have done. It could have doubled the player's bullet penetration or given explosive damage resistance.
Again, Vigor Rush.
One more perk cut from BO1 was Candelier. It would have given the player extra...
Which is Bandolier Bandit now in BO4.
...reserve ammo, like how Bandolier Bandit works in Black Ops 4. There was an entire map that got cut from BO1 called Temple of Doom.
Wait, what? Shangri-La? Wait, what?
Its name was found in the files of the Escalation
Indiana Jones
DLC, which actually released the map Call of the Dead. Speaking of cut...
Oh, maybe Temple of Doom was a code name for Shangri-La. That could make sense. That could make sense.
Maps. In Black Ops 4, there was supposed to be 2 more Chaos story maps.
And those story maps, one of them was supposed to be directly after Ancient Evil, which was a Library of Alexandria map, which would have been freaking sick. And I might even do a Custom Zombies remake of that map on BL3. And then the last map, chat, some people think the last Chaos Zombies map could have been Atlantis. I don't know. Atlantis could have also been in Ether. I don't know.
One was called Morocco, and the other was called Russia. There weren't many details about them.
So Morocco and Russia, again, who knows? I think Morocco would have been the Library of Alexandria map, which doesn't even make any sense. And then, I don't know.
But sick, having more Chaos maps would have been...
I would have loved an Egypt map. I'm so sad we never got an Egypt map. 9 doesn't count.
Pretty cool. Something else cut in BO4 were zombie factions. The 4 factions were called Bloodfaith, Temper Snowy, Dustspawn, and the First Legion. They would have allowed players to complete challenges and earn exclusive...
I know this one too well.
...cards or cosmetics. A trap called the Chopper was supposed to be in Derice. To me, it sounds like it would have looked something like this, but we'll never really know.
What the heck? I actually never knew about that one. That would have been sick. Okay, that's like the first one I didn't know.
Flamethrower would have made a return in Black Ops 1 before it was cut. In-game files suggest that it would have been on 5 and Kino der Toten.
And it would have came with a freaking chainsaw on Kino der Toten. That was another weapon cut out.
Another cut weapon in Black Ops 1 was the Sabertooth.
Yes, look at that.
This was supposed to be a chainsaw, which would have had a magazine size of 999 and a reserve size of 999.
That would have been sick, man. How have we never had a chainsaw in COD Zombies?
1,000.
That's so wild.
It would have used gas and burned through the ammo number quite quickly.
Oh, the smiley from IW. Okay, that counts. I guess that counts.
It was a perk that also would have released in Black Ops 1, but it got cut and combined into PhD Flopper. All it would have done was allow the player to prone quicker, so we're probably not...
What a horrible perk! What the heck? I knew about this, but I didn't know what it did.
Missing much here. Boom Juice and DPT
Why would you
Boom,
want
however,
that?
were 2 perks that also got merged into PhD Flopper, and they were a little better. Boom Juice would have given the player explosive rounds, and DTP Boom would have done the nuke explosion when prone. Both sound kind of OP if you ask.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, all these basically went into PhD or Vigor Rush, which I mean is pretty cool.
There was supposed to be a zombies map set in Paris, but it was scrapped and later reworked into the map Moon. The evidence of this is...
You can actually play this Paris map on BO1 Custom Zombies. It's called Parish. It's amazing. go check it out. It's obviously not an official map, but it's about as official as it can get with the Eiffel Tower.
In the files because Moon's name is zombie_Paris. There were 2 different game modes that would have been in BO2. The first one was race. Kill the necessary amount of zombies to open your door and progress to the end. First team to make it win.
Literally last man standing. This could have, like, that literally sounds like last man standing, dog.
It would have taken place in the transit tunnel, and it sounds pretty fun. The second one was meat. Grab the meat and throw it. Zombies will only attack you if your side has the meat. Don't die, and you might just win. This one would have been on town, but it sounds a little weird. Sal, Finn, and Billy had cut announcer quotes in Mob of the Dead.
I know, we just heard this.
Double points. Insta-kill. Max ammo. Kaboom! Fires!
You will never hear those Ray Liotta quotes ever again. That is why I think if somebody does remaster Mob of the Dead, they should officially use these announcer quotes in the map.
Speaking of Mob of the Dead, originally there was going to be individual Easter eggs for each character, but the idea was later scrapped.
Okay, that's the second one I didn't know.
Character outfits in Black Ops.
Yo, what in the chat if you have seen this image? Bro, operators were supposed to come in BO3. Not like how we know, but like it could have been something like the BO4 system where you like equip different parts on each character, kind of like with the face paints.
It basically just would have been skins for the 3 zombies crews in the game, the Shadows of Evil, Primus, and Ultimus crews, and they would have been unlocked with XP. Also in BO3, there were going to be zombie difficulties. Survivor would have...
I'm going to be honest, chat. I don't like choosing my difficulty in zombies. One in the chat if you agree. I didn't like it in BO2. I didn't like it in BO4. I just don't like choosing a difficulty in zombies. Like, less menu customization sometimes is better, and I think this is the case. I'm so thankful BO3 doesn't have this.
Been the easiest, Hunter would have been medium, and Exterminator would have been the hardest. This sounds pretty cool because one thing that BO3 is missing is a difficulty slider, whereas in BO2 and BO4...
I never cared about it, though. I never cared about it in these games. I never was like, I want to play Blood of the Dead on realistic. No.
Or there was always some way to customize your difficulty. Liquid Divinium used to be called Let It Ride Token.
Okay, 3. I didn't know this. That's crazy. Let It Ride tokens can be redeemed for Mega Chew Bubble Blast. What? This is BO3?
In pre-alpha BO3. Thank goodness they changed this because Let It Ride tokens doesn't really roll off the tongue too
I agree. A Liquid Divinium, Gobblegum, way better.
smoothly. Gobblegums were also going to be called something completely different. It would have been Mega Chew Bubble Blast
or that's another one. That's 3.
Bubblegum Buffs. And again, thank
Bubblegum Buffs. Ugh.
goodness they changed it. There were also a few Gobblegum ideas that got cut. Brainiac, Center of Attention, Firestarter, Melee Master, and Toxic Vindicator. There's no information on what they could have done, but more Gobblegums could have been cool. Liquicity was a BO3 perk that got cut early on. It would
A BO3 perk got cut? Blundell?
have allowed the player to swim faster in water, and specifically in Zetsubo no Shima. It was
Bro. Jason Blundell. You could have had this perk in Zetsubo to swim faster? Bro. Chat, one of the chat if you think they messed up. They should have put this dang perk in. I don't care, fam. That would have been sick. The fact that BO3 only has Widow's Wine is just one of my least favorite aspects of BO3.
It was probably cut because they realized that there wasn't that much swimming in Zetsubo.
I feel like if it were to like make you breathe underwater as well, that could be really sick as well, and they could have done more usage with it. Because Zetsubo's the only zombies map where you actively swim throughout most of the map.
Where a player would need a
other than like maybe Tog, maybe.
For it. Honey Business was an alternate ammo type supposed to be in BO3. It would have been very similar to the multiplayer B's specialist weapon called the Hive.
Okay, that makes me pissed. No way we could have had more AATs. That was another thing I really wanted in BO4, and guess what? We lost fireworks instead. We didn't gain anything, we just lost it.
Revelations, there's announcer lines for Dr. Monty and the Shadow Man, but they never appeared in the game.
I didn't know four of them so far.
Points. Minigun. Max ammo. Carpenter. Insta-kill.
It would have been cool on announcers. In Black Ops 4, there was a grief mode planned.
Are you kidding What?
Presumably, it would have been like the BO2 grief mode where teams fight to be the last one standing, but who knows for sure.
And instead we got Rush and Gauntlets? No! No, Jason, what now? Why? We got Rush and Gauntlets instead, fam. It's the worst thing I've ever... Bro, this is making me sad.
Juggernog was actually cut
That's 5 things I didn't know.
from Black Ops 4 Zombies because Treyarch wanted to eliminate crutch perks. It would have increased the maximum health by 100, and maybe solved some issues that some fans had with BO4. Speed Cola was also cut for the same reason as...
And Double Tap. Chat, Double Tap has been in a jail cell since 2018. My boy has been in behind bars for 6 years. Free my boy. Double Tap 2.0. Free him from the depths of the hell that Treyarch has placed him in, fam.
But community backlash made Treyarch put it in the game as a secret perk if a player had all 4 perks bought.
Like, what is Zombies without Speed Cola?
Players were also going to be able to craft their elixirs and talismans, similar to the Newton's Cookbook in BO3. That definitely would have been nice to have.
That would have been nice. Wait, what the frick is this?
New boss zombie was also intended to be in Black Ops 4, but it got cut for unknown reasons.
Isn't that the Stoker in Voyage of Despair? It literally looks like the Stoker from Voyage.
It looks like it could have been this huge Hulk-like zombie, but little information is known. There was also
It literally looks like the Stoker from Voyage. I guess they maybe remodeled it or something.
Supposed to be more seasons in BO4 and a second Black Ops pass. There was going to be 6 new seasons, which is basically year 2 of Black Ops 4, and presumably 4 new zombies maps. If this happened, that would...
One in the chat if we should have had it. We could have had 4 extra maps on BO4. Oh my gosh. We could have had Zombie Chronicles 2. We could have.
Have been crazy. There was also supposed to be something called Treyarch Custom Mutations. Weekly custom settings released by Treyarch and player progression.
I love how half this video is BO4. I just realized.
Challenges and Easter eggs would have been enabled. This would have been a cool feature because normally custom mutations make the player get no progression. Cold War Zombies almost had custom mutations similar to how Black Ops...
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know this, so that's 6, but I'm glad Cold War doesn't have custom mutations. If Cold War had it, bro, it would already, like, the game's easy enough. It would have made the game just so dumb. I'm low-key glad they didn't add it in Cold War.
Had them. It looks like the players could customize their game rules how they want.
I remember seeing this,
cool. In Call of Duty World at War, there was only 3 DLCs, but a 4th one was planned and then cut. It was supposed to be Kino der Toten, but Treyarch determined that it would have released too close to Modern Warfare 2, so they pushed it back to Black Ops 1. The map 5 was supposed to have the Wunderwaffe and Hellhounds, but it instead...
Okay, Hellhounds, whatever. But the Winter's Howl, so caca, man.
Instead, got the Pentagon Thief and the Winter's Howl. A pretty good upgrade overall. The jet gun was...
Not at all! What do you mean, pretty good upgrade? No, not at all! What are you talking about?
It would have lasted longer and done more damage. This would have been huge because it probably would have made the jet gun not break after 10 seconds of firing it. Richtofen's head was supposed to be a power-up in Brief. It would have been a throwable and would have been able to be stuck to players, and whoever it was stuck to, the zombies would chase that player. Transit had a separate version made that was set before Moon.
This would be a very interesting idea to put in a custom zombies map. I wonder if someone's going to do it.
Meaning before the Earth was blown up. This version would not have had fog, the denizens, or a bunch of lava. The baby gun was going to have 4 alternate...
This one I know, and that hurts. Bro, chat, Shangri-La was going to have swimming, is what I was told at Treyarch. It was going to have 4 variants of the baby gun that were elemental. I think if that was a thing in Shang, people would love this map. I would have loved to known how you would have even gotten the different variations of the baby gun too. That would have been sick.
Power sources. This image is the only evidence that they're...
Yeah, see, look, you would switch the green part in the middle and you would have this yellow version, this red version, and this black version. That looks so good, bro. What would they have done, though? Look at how different they look, too. It looks so sick. I love these designs. I would absolutely love to have seen this.
is, and not much is explained about what it could mean, but it looks like it would be
So
pretty cool.
cool.
There was an unreleased Pack-a-Punch jingle that was actually way longer and told a full story. Take a listen.
Make amends. Stick your weapon in the slot and let it change your luck. Few things in life are guaranteed, but I promise this won't suck.
That could have been a wrong line right there.
Punch your fist.